Fantastic. Good evening, good afternoon, everyone, or wherever it is you may be. It's amazing to be here with you this evening. My name is Gladys Njura. I'm calling in from Nairobi City in Kenya, and I'm super excited. I'm excited because 23 years ago, somebody invited me to such a meeting. It was in the evening after work, and I went to this session, and they talked about cellular nutrition. And that was the most exciting thing that I had ever heard about health and wellness. And for sure, I can tell you it has shaped my life. It has shaped the life of some very people I love so much in my life. And I know for sure that if you take this seriously, it's going to sort very many people. Because life is about us being able to help our health and move on. So I was working in the bank. I was looking for additional income, and I was promised that this company would do exactly that. But in the process, I met the health part of it, and my life journey started there because you cannot want to, I was told you can't want to make money if your wellness is not at its best. And so karibuni sana, I'm super excited. And I know that we are going to learn a lot. If you have any question after this, please talk to the person who has invited you. They'll be more than ready to give you more information because it's just the baseline. Yeah, so here we go. We want to help you to have the power of cellular nutrition. And that is basically saying you're feeding your body at the cellular level. We all went to school, I'm sure, and we were told in biology that a human being starts with two cells coming into, a cell, two of them coming together, form an embryo, and those cells multiply and they form a baby. And so we know that we all have cells, and you're as healthy as your cells. And I'm telling you, the minute I understood that, it has really helped me and my family. So what is cellular nutrition? Cellular nutrition actually focuses on nourishing the cell. Just a minute. All right, sorry. Cellular nutrition focuses on nourishing the cell, the body, at the cellular level, the cell being the smallest unit. You know, your health is an entire body, and the body is made up of quite a number of systems. I'm sure you know the systems like the nervous system, circulatory, and on and on. And all those systems, they are made up of organs, and organs are made up of tissues, and all tissues are made up of cells. So the smallest unit of a human being is a cell. And your health, or the health of your entire body, really depends on how healthy your cells are. The minute you understand that and you work on it, you're going to live a very healthy life. And I'm telling you, that's actually what God wants us to know. You know, He wants us to understand that we can actually take care of our bodies just like He calls it His temple, you know. Why does it matter? If your cells are not strong, you will not have a healthy body. If your cells are weak, you will have weak cells, and you will have a weak body. You will have fatigue, and you can't even understand what's happening. So really looking at it, you can see that this is just a simple example. Don't look at it as something very complicated. Of course, it is complicated stuff, but we want to simplify it. The body, the cell of a body basically has what we call a cell membrane. You know, the cell membrane there, where nutrition will come in and the waste will go out. But in there, the cell, are many activities. We have something I know we all learned in biology called mitochondria. And that's the area in the body that actually gives what we call the energy. It activates energy. And there are many other, it's the powerhouse of the cell. And there are many other parts of the cell that will help in the growth, that will help in the repair, and so many other things. Some have fluids, some have the DNA part of it, we know about DNA, right? And so that complicated cell in itself, we can simplify it so that we understand how to really take care of our cell. Moving on, there are reasons why we need to have proper nutrition. One of the reasons why you need proper nutrition is the cells, with good cellular nutrition, you have energy production, you have growth and repair. You've heard people talking about the stem cell, right? So you find that that's where the growth and repair of the cell happens. There's an immune system function. There's a communication of the cells. The body communicates to itself, and eventually you are able to know whether you are doing fine or you are not doing fine. And even the doctors, because of those communications, they are able to know, according to how you're feeling, where your issues could be. There's detoxification. You know, where there's production of anything, there has to be removing of the waste materials. And so the body does that at the same time. We've all heard about hormones and enzymes. They are neglected when we are thinking about our nutrition. But let me tell you, when you neglect your hormone production and enzyme production, you will have a hard time with your health. Small things that can spiral to big things. Healthy cell, the membrane needs to be very healthy. And of course, there's something we call oxidation. And oxidation gives the body a lot of stress. And so we must be able to protect our body from that. Now, why is your cell either healthy or unhealthy? Let's talk about the consequences of poor nutrition. Because when there's poor nutrition and other health things, you find that we have challenges. When you have poor nutrition, you have chronic fatigue. Your immune system is down. The repair, if you have an accident, you heal, somebody will heal faster, another one will heal very slowly. The inflammation of the body. Inflammation is something that can cause a lot of havoc, and it brings a lot of it is one of the reasons we have a lot of chronic diseases. We've talked about hormonal imbalances that are really stressing the current generation. Accumulation of toxins, weight gain, our unhealthy weight loss, brain fog, cognition that is delayed. So, in a nutshell, we know that all of us started with one cell, or your dad and your mom. And those cells came together, and when they came together, they formed two cells. And they started multiplying like that, like that, like that, until what we call an embryo. And then finally, we have a fetus that is ready to be born and not depend on the mother fully, and now it can depend on itself. And basically, that's how important a cell can go. When you have healthy cells, you are able to regenerate all the areas sometimes that we know, the thyroid, the heart, the skin. Can you imagine the skin regenerates itself every 28 days? So what does that mean? Within 28 days and another 28 days and another 28 days, your skin can look good. If it was not looking good, you see a lot of changes. If you have thyroid issues and you seriously work on them, within 3 to 6 months, things can be good. The heart takes quite some years, for the proper regeneration to take place. Bone, 6 to 8 weeks. So it means if you have bone issues, in the next 2 months, 3 months, you will be feeling a lot of difference, a lot of changes. The liver, we know the liver regenerates itself. One of the organs that can regenerate itself. That's why we have liver transplants. Somebody can give you a part of their liver and it grows, and you get back to almost as good as, and on and on and on. So what we are saying, there are two choices we have to make. Either you make sure your cells are healthy. We are looking at it as a one unit, but remember, a human being has 73 to 100 trillion cells. Okay? So this cell, with the cell membrane, you have to maintain the cell membrane to be soft and permeable so that nutrition can come in uninhibited, or even medication, the waste can go out. with no inhibition, and you have a healthy cell, and the DNA is at its best. On the flip side, if you're not eating well and many other challenges that may be coming on, this cell can be compromised, the cell membrane. And when it is compromised, it will be hard, impermeable, and rigid, meaning nutrition is not getting in as it should. Even when you're eating healthy, a lot of food is not coming in to help the cell. And then there's a lot of toxins remaining in the cell, hereby affecting even the DNA because of that toxicity. So these challenges we are having, and we have them today, and many of us are victims, if not for one or two, maybe even all the challenges that we have out there. Poor diet choices. When we are told junk in, junk out, it's real. So if you're here, you're a parent, you're giving your children junk, just know you are messing with your life. Even if you tell them, I love you, daddy, I love you, mommy, and you're not feeding them well, you're messing with your life, with their life. We also have depletion of soils. Today, farming has changed. A lot of farming practices are not at their best. So we are using a lot of chemicals, fertilizers, and that lack of nutrition in the soil is giving us food that is depleted of the vitamins and minerals that we need. Digestive problems. The minute you have digestive problems, you urgently need to work on it. You have constipation, you have a bit of ulcers, you have reflux challenges. Any challenge you have in the stomach or the digestive system, you urgently need to work on it because it will affect the way you are healthy. Environmental toxins, we know them, you know. We are all around motorcycles and vehicles, and some people in very bad working environments, and they still remain, and using a lot of toxic chemicals. The detergents we use for washing our bodies, our hair, our whatever it is, showering and utensils. All those things are environmental and they really affect us. How about stress? You know, tunaambiangwa you live a stress-free life. And for sure, guys, we really need to live a stress-free life. Si uongo. You have to find a way. You useme tu bora uhai. So you reduce your stress level. Then the aging process, of course, affects us. Lack of very vital things like the omega fatty acids, very needed in every stage of growth. And of course, working on what we call free radicals. I wish you can write that word somewhere, free radicals, so that you go and read what are the free radicals that we get in the environment and our foods, so that you avoid them. And oxidation, those are things you need to start getting used to. So what are the solutions that we have? Number one of the solutions is you need to take enough water. I'm coming back here. Take enough water. And then always live an active life. Live an active life because it also helps with you being able to bring in oxygen very well in the body, and also removing, when we sweat, we remove some of the toxins that need to get out of the body. And then, of course, we need 6 to 8 hours of rest. I want you to read more about what are the challenges that come to your body when you don't exercise. What are the benefits? Remember, it's your life, eh? And you need to learn these things. Don't be this person who loves mathematics or engineering, or you are a lawyer, you are a banker, and yet you are very ignorant of this very important information. So you need to learn about the benefits of exercise. And if you don't exercise, what happens? Go to Mr. Google today. You will be amazed at the many things we are doing wrong. How about resting? What's the benefit of resting? What happens if you don't rest? Very important information there. How about whole food diet? What does whole food diet means? Exactly that, the word whole. Venye Mungu aliumba kwa shamba, please don't come and start sifting it and making it something different. I hope you understand what I mean. So the way we harvest our food, the way we sift it, all those things are the way you store it, the way you cook it. It's very important that you are getting the very best of what is in that fruit and vegetable. And then finally, we need to supplement. I love pediatricians. I love gynecologists. because those are two people who are very strong about supplementation. The minute a woman is pregnant, the first supplement they are given is vitamin B complex, so that they don't have the children don't get deformed, and other supplements follow. And imagine they are holding a very sensitive baby. When children are sick, pediatricians recommend they be given multivitamins, and that's very important. But when we grow up, we become averse. We are not sure. I want to tell you supplements are good, especially if they are whole foods and they are natural. So that's where we are going into. In the third world country, you find people eating badly, some people eating badly, and others are eating very well. And so I want to stop there. Just a minute. Okay, let me just take some little moment towards the very end. So I want to talk about the whole food part of it. Right at the bottom of the food pyramid, we have something called just a minute. Let me stop sharing so that I can give you something else. I just want to very quickly give you all right. So right at the bottom of the pyramid, you realize that we need to do a lot of whole grains. Whole grains are grains that are not sifted whatsoever. Whole rice, whole wheat, whole maize, and on and on and on. Then below there, the next is fruits and vegetables. I'm sharing in a minute. Fruits and vegetables, very, very important, so that we can be able to have a whole variety of what we call the carotenoids, the flavonoids. The carotenoids, the flavonoids, the cruciferous, all those are very, very important. Yeah. So the whole foods, we have the carotenoids, the flavonoids, and the cruciferous. They are very, very critical. They are very, very important because they give us the immunity that we need so that we can have good health, good nutrition, and so that we can beat even things like cancer, beat things like diabetes. And this is what I'm looking at. The whole grains, the fruits and vegetables, the proteins, very, very important. Proteins, the best are the plant-based and the white meat, organically grown. And then the rest of the animal proteins should be eaten in, what can I say, in sparingly, not overdoing them. And anything that is treated, any treated meat, is something that is a no-go zone. The sausages, the what, especially the ones that are treated in the shops. They are very dangerous for us. Actually, they oxidize, they bring oxidation. They give you chemicals like the chemicals that are put in them are not good for us. They could even be potential carcinogens. Fat and sugars, very little. Once a spoon per day for each. But now we've inverted this pyramid upside down. And now that explains the cell I talked about. The unhealthy cell comes because of eating unhealthy diet. The healthy cell comes because of eating the healthy diet. And so basically, one of the supplements that everybody needs, hear me right, is called TRNN. TRNN is very important, extremely important, because what is it? It is extracted, you can see there, from lipids and sterols, wheat, rice, and soya, the oily part of it, the germ part of it. Why did Neolife do that? Because they know no matter how well we try to eat, no matter how well, we are lacking in that whole grains. Some people skip breakfast, some people skip lunch, people skip dinner, and at the end of the day, you don't have sufficient oils from the whole grains. Just give me a minute. And so you find that you need the trionen. It's just a grain oil that comes to lubricate your cell membrane. That's the raw material for your cell membrane. And let me tell you guys, I can tell you 23 years ago, I took Pro Vitality. I was young that time. Let me tell you, the years that have come on, I can tell you I have been as energetic as Energizer itself. So the TNN will work the trick for you. Feed yourself. And for those with children, please urgently get them the Vita Squares. Very, very important. So that's what TNN will do. It will improve the nutrient utilization of everything. And it will help with the heart health, the gut health. Anywhere there's a cell, and you know the cells are everywhere, there will be regeneration, there will be renewal, and there will be efficiency, and the toxicity will go down, and you will be very energetic. For the fruits and vegetables, we have the range of fruits called the carotenoids. The carotenoids are powerful antioxidants, powerful, from the yellow, the green, the red, and quite a variety of fruits and vegetables that we don't combine quite well. What will it do? It will boost your immunity by 37% in exactly 20 days. It will boost your antioxidant levels so that there's a lot of protection. It will keep you younger for longer. Guys, that's what we need. People are spending billions of money in the world looking for anti-aging solutions. I'm telling you, carotenoid is the way to go. You will look young, you will feel young, and your cancer cells will be tamed. You can't believe it. These are the fruits God created to keep those chronic diseases away. Do you have challenges with your eyes? Challenges with your skin? Challenges with your heart? Carotenoid is the way to go. You're always having infections? Carotenoid is the way to go. Okay. The next one is for removing inflammation. We have a lot of inflammation in our body. We've eaten a lot of fats, a lot of sugars, a lot of many unnecessary things, and they cause inflammation. Inflammation is where you have like a burning, like you have a burning sensation, you know, and there's burning. For example, if your bones did not have a cartilage and they start eating into each other right at the corner of where the two bones meet, when there is no that cartilage, the bones eat at each other, they cause what we call inflammation. And that place remains red. It's very painful. It doesn't heal faster. And then it can even have infection. You see what I mean? So omega-3 is very important for that. It's also good for the heart. You know, our heart system has a lot of cholesterol and fat and all those, and plaguing. Omega plays a very crucial role of removing all that and even making your blood to be a bit, well, it doesn't have a lot of fat. It flows better. And clots, preventing clots. Clots are really killing people, you know. And then, of course, brain health. Did you know that brain cells do not regenerate once you grow up? They don't regenerate at all. So the brain cells you have, you're gonna maintain them using the omega. And that's why parents buy children fish oil. It's not just for the children, it's for you. And more so even for the elderly, so that they don't get into Alzheimer's, they don't get into dementia. My grandfather died of Alzheimer's. It's a slow, painful, very complicated challenge. I witnessed it. I didn't know what it was. I came to know it much later. So we also have a vitamin that has multivitamin. So when we come here, you see that we have what we call the TNN, is a green one. That one is for energy production, utilization, removing of toxins. Then we have the carotenoid, the brown one, for immunity boosting, anti-aging, antioxidant. Then we have the omega-3 oxidation, inflammation, removing any tumors that may be growing in the body early enough before they become stubborn, taking care of your brain, your joints, very good for men, for sperm mortality, mobility, and all those things. Omega is very important before birth, during pregnancy, after birth, all the way to the time when you die. Omega is needed. How about the multivitamin? We have many vitamins, water-soluble vitamins, oil-soluble vitamins. We have minerals, macro minerals, micro minerals, trace minerals. If you miss iodine, it's a trace mineral needed in small quantities. You will have thyroid issues. Imagine, because you missed something as short as that. And that's where we have a product called ProVitality. So if you are averse to supplements, chances are you are having deficiencies which you are not meeting, and prolonged deficiencies. They bring those challenges. The body can't fight. And of course, when you eat well, even your sugar levels are controlled to the right space, your hormones are taken care of, every part of your hair. You know, people have challenges with their hair. They're wondering what's up. So from head to toe, you are well covered. For the children, we have the Vita Squares, the VitaGuard, the omega-3. And then, of course, for the shakes, I'll finalize with this one. For the shakes, because they are bodybuilders, have you ever seen people in the gym? They invest heavily on shakes, protein shakes. They maintain them. They repair the damage after workouts. You have lean muscle. It has good fiber to help you cut your weight in the right way, not the bad way. So with this combination of the ProVitality and the shake, I'm telling you, you're going to feel better for longer. Are you here and you're lacking energy? You are covered. Are you here and you don't eat well? Sometimes you skip meals at work and you're having a lot of stress. We got you covered. Are you here? You are lactating mother. You are a parent who has a lot of stress trying to go to work every day working. You are getting older. You have hormonal issues. This is a place to go. Are you having challenges with your weight or maybe infertility? And the doctor has told you they are not seeing anything wrong. This is a place to start. So guys, thank you so much for that. I don't even want to go deeper into that. I just want to tell you that you can be able to take care of yourself. In closing, we want you to live a vibrant life. We want you to live a vibrant life. So I want to show you the vibrant life, and I just call it a day. There you go. The energetic level. When you are young, up to 25 years, you're very energetic. Ndio unaona magen Z, they are always in the streets the whole day. They are so, children in school, they are so energetic. Children in high school and in campus, their energy levels are high. Because at that point, their bodies are being taken care of. They are eating well. They are being checked by somebody. But the minute you're on your own, you might end up going to the tired zone. If you're not eating well, you're not exercising, you're not following the things we've talked about, you get to the tired zone. And then finally, you spiral down to the downside of sickness. If you're not careful, you live the rest of your life tired and sick. We want the people in the tired zone, the sick zone, to come back here and be energetic until they are 90, 95, 100, and you don't have any challenges that can take you down, eat a lot of your money, stress caregivers, and even those who are young, we have a lot of deficiencies in today's life. So you're going to feel better and you're going to look better. And finally, you will be introduced to live better detergents that don't have chemicals, because that affects our health as well. We'll be introduced to skincare range of products that doesn't affect your health, so that you don't affect what we've talked about, because you might be doing one good thing and eroding it with something else. So the 131 of us, thank you so much for being with us tonight. You know, New Life says, when you come here, we got you covered. We are going to be with you. We are going to teach you. We are going to remind you, and we will empower you so that you are a source to empower other people. You're going to empower other people, you won't believe it. And I'm telling you, when you look back, you will be very excited that you got involved in this movement, in this mission of making the world a happier and a better place. So let me